showing you, talking about solus, and I'm going to be showing you solus too.
Hi, I'm Fadell. I'm TJ's friend. We're basically doing a video on distros. He's going to be talking about Solus, and I'm going to be talking about Linux Mint. And this is basically just called Linux Talk. This is one of our first videos we're going to be trying out. I hope you guys enjoy. TJ?
And this is solus, everybody. If you guys can see, I hopefully you guys can see. I got two monitors showing. I'm not sure how to get that fixed so it only shows one of my monitors, but hopefully you guys can see it. This is solus and it's using the brisk menu and everything, and I'm actually quite liking it too. How about your Linux Mint, Fidel?
Oh, Linux Mint runs pretty fine for me. It's the reason why it's number one on DistroWatch. I can show you guys my screen as well. Here's Linux Mint. It's running XFCE. It has like pretty much all the different programs a lot of people like to use. Like it has LibreOffice. I like to use like this is like a different kind of like PowerPoint, but it's if you're familiar with Windows, this is like a PowerPoint. It reminds me of the 2010 PowerPoint, and like I said, there's a reason why it's number one on DistroWatch. It's a pretty nice Linux to try out. Very light on resources and things.
And I'm really liking Solus a lot too, though. I have to say I would have to say it's pretty much I would have to say it's top notch, maybe even better than Peppermint OS.
Whoa. Now, if EB was here, English Bob, he would have something to say about that, TJ.
Yeah, I know. I don't know about, but the software center is pretty. I don't know. Everything's so easy to install in Solus. They put all their own packages up, and you can search for packages. And most of the packages I look for, Solus has. So the only thing that it doesn't have is a PS2 emulator, which I'm not too that worried about though. But
I know the thing, how should I say? I'm talking to you, TJ. Solus, I think I'm going to be adding as my next distro because it does run pretty stable. Like at first, when I first installed Solus way back when they first came out, I believe a lot of people know like it wasn't really that stable, and it didn't run right the way I wanted to run. But the new one, which release model is that, TJ? I think it's 1.1 something.
1.2.1 version.
It's extremely stable and it's extremely fast. And another thing I like about it, I think someone told me that it's 64-bit for Steam. Like usually when you install Steam, it has to be installed 32-bit, but you can install a 64-bit. So gaming is pretty promising on uh, Solus OS. So I'm thinking about installing that.
Yeah,
But,
you
oh, what
can
you say?
see I got Fidel. You can see I got all my games lined up here. Dirt Showdown, Team Fortress, um, Champion of Regnum, and our Brains Bread too. Me and Fidel have been playing that. It's a pretty fun game too. Although, don't be surprised if you get into that game and there's some cheaters in there.
Well, actually, if you guys really want to see it, to liven the stream up a little bit more, we could show you guys a little bit of gameplay.
Yeah, we'll show you a gameplay of that. Are you going over your OS Linux Mint for that?
Yeah, I can go a little bit more in depth with it so you guys will know a little bit more about it. Let's see. Uh, what do I like more about Linux Mint? The thing I like more about Linux Mint, it's more like it's more user friendly, and how should I say, like when I first got over to Linux, I tried out Zorn because I was trying to find like an alternative because Windows wasn't working the way I wanted to work, so I found Zorn, and then after Zorn, I found Linux Mint, and I kind of like Linux Mint uh, hit the nail on the wall even more. Like it was even better than Zorn because it's more user friendly and it's easier to install things. Like all you have to do is go on Software Center or Software Manager, put your password in, and put in whatever program you want, and you have it. And then the easy thing I like about it, that's all you got. It's just like Windows. You just go to Google Chrome, you click on install, boom, it's right there. That's what I like about Linux Mint. It's extremely easy for new users. TJ.
And the Solus, I really like Solus. It's just really fast, and the software on the video card, they improved the video card driver a lot. If you go to I think it's called the if I can find it, it's called um what it's called what I can't find it right now, but I think it's called Flocky or something, or I don't know exactly where it is, but if you do a search, it'll tell you how where you install it, and it's integrated into Solus. And all you gotta do, if you got an NVIDIA driver, you just install it there, and it's actually running the latest NVIDIA driver right now. So I really think Solus has improved from the last time I installed NVIDIA and it didn't work. I had to do it the manual way, which is a pain. You had to do and talk to your later screen outside of the login when you first boot up through command line, kind of like Archway with commands and stuff. But I mean, that can be a little bit difficult, but since they fixed it, it works out of the box. So I have to give kudos to the Solus team and stuff on that. I got all my I got all my icons and stuff that are up here at the top too, and my weather, and I got it pretty much themed out the way I want it. So how about you, Fidel, on your Linux Mint?
I should say. And another thing, guys, like pretty much everybody in the Linux world knows that. But the only thing is, like, we are limited when it comes to games. Like, I have Steam installed on the system now. They do have a lot of games, but then again, they don't. Like, we all know that Windows still have a better platform of games. But if any of the Wine developers are listening, please try to do your best, or if we can even contribute to you guys bringing better content to Linux, because that's the only way we're going to become known more. We have to develop more games, and like I said, the only thing I can pretty much do is maybe how should I say donate, because I don't know anything about creating games or configuring wine, etc., etc. So like I said, if you guys are listening, it would be nice if you guys can add more games to Steam. But like I was saying, if TJ is willing, are you TJ? Do you want to play like the Brad Brain 2 game to show the viewers some of the gaming aspects of Linux?
Yeah, we can do that on another live stream.
Okay.
But for right now, did you want to talk about your any more Linux Mint or anything?
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
So I think I'm good. I think we're both gonna. I think we're gonna end this broadcast. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys liked it.
Me as well. I hope you guys liked it. Goodbye for now.